Well, the Polish government just issued a dire warning to the American people. And this particular warning is a warning that I've been giving here on my channel for quite some time. But I want you to hear it directly from the Polish government themselves. Now, before I get into the report, I just want to give a quick shout out to restrictedrepublic.com. If you guys are not there, because of all the censorship, this is truly where I'm going to end up. And right now, you can access the site for $5 a month for an entire year using the code Trump. So get uncensored, unrestricted content at restrictedrepublic.com. You guys can also, by the way, find me on BitChute and Rumble under Lisa Haven. Now let's get into this warning by the Polish government, because this is absolutely a warning that you need to see. And this is on Breitbart.com. Polish government to Breitbart. Big tech's cancel culture is Bolshevik, not democratic, which is what the mainstream media and the Democratic Party are constantly feeding you. They're telling you cancel culture and being politically correct is the American way, when in reality, it's the communist, Marxist, radical, Bolshevik side that we are aiming towards. And the Polish government has been there, done that, and knows it, and is warning the American people. And here's what they had to say. Cancel culture aims to make people afraid to express their opinions, and big tech is working with the far left to promote this environment, which has more in common with the methods of Soviet Russia than modern democracies, a Polish government minister has told Breitbart News. And I'm just going to pause right there, because what I want to show you real quick is Facebook and how they admitted that they are literally working with the Biden administration and with the left to censor you into oblivion. Take a look at this video, and this was leaked by James O'Keefe's Project Veritas. And listen very closely to what Mark Zuckerberg has to say.
These were all important and positive steps, and I am looking forward to opportunities where Facebook is going to be able to work together with this new administration on some of their top priorities, starting with the COVID response.
He is looking forward to working with Biden's administration, this administration, to, and I'm going to scroll back here, on some of their top priorities. He is working with Biden's administration on Biden's administration's top priorities, such as COVID response. This is a Facebook who has nobody elected Facebook, nobody elected Mark Zuckerberg, and nobody gave Mark Zuckerberg the power to censor whoever the hell they want, or work with the administration to quell the population, so to speak. But there's your proof from the horse's mouth, Mark Zuckerberg, that they are working with the administration. Now, going back to this article here about the Polish government warning us that this cancel culture isn't democracy. It has nothing to do with democracy, but everything to do with Marxist, communist style, and as he said directly, the old Soviet Russia, right? But it goes on. It says, Sebastian Kalita is Poland's deputy minister for justice and the man tasked with shepherding new law meant to give protections to Polish citizens from censorious and overpowerful Silicon Valley big tech firms. And I'm going to get into that in a minute, because he's doing stuff for his people to protect them. But over in the United States of America, they're doing just the opposite. But he expands down here and he says, he made it clear that Poland's 50 years of living under the Soviet communist occupation and then rule had left the nation cautious about modern developments in censorship, something he and other nations which had never suffered under communism appeared to be blind to. He said, and I'm quoting, "The pressure from the far left has developed from soft political correctness into a much harsher phrase, that of cancel culture. It is very worrying, and it is more reminiscent of Bolshevik standards than that of democratic ones. Observing the dangerous path that many Western countries are now walking, he offered a lesson from Poland's recent past when re-education camps were the norm for deviants and those who criticized prevailing orthodoxy." He continued, "Cancel culture aims to make people afraid to express their opinions," and that's exactly what's happening. The signal from the lefts are clear. If you do not agree with us and you criticize us, the system we have created will not only get you fired, but it will also limit your access to certain services and products. Isn't that exactly what's happening in the United States of America? Think of what they did to President. Twitter and Facebook said, you can't use our services, we're kicking you off. Then the banks went after President Trump, said, you're not allowed to use our banks. And now he's having problems with his Mar-a-Lago resort. Not to mention Shopify, Spotify, all these organizations work together to kick him off the platform. Same with the MyPillow guy. Right? Bed Bath & Beyond and these stores went and said, we're kicking your stuff out of our stores. This is cancel culture. And the Polish government is saying, we've been there, done that, and it included re-education camps for those who deviated from the leftist path. This is not something we want in the United States of America, and it's really and truly a warning that we need to take to heart. It's happening all around us. Think of what happened to Laura Loomer. She got kicked off of Uber. They got kicked out of banks. Many patriots I know have had their insurance canceled because of their political beliefs, because they're simply a conservative. No other reason other than that. And now we literally had the Biden administration vetting through the National Guard to see if there's any National Guard that maybe, I don't know, maybe they had an NRA membership or maybe they are a Republican. So he makes them not allowed to guard him. I mean, what? This is above and beyond, and a huge warning that we all have to heed. But the good news is over in Poland, they're actually taking action. And this is on this article here on Breitbart.com. The governor minister tells Breitbart that Poland is going to regulate big tech to protect our freedom of speech. Here in the United States of America, there's millions of Americans here in the U.S. that you can talk about freedom till you're blue in the face and they truly don't care. I have never seen such lackadaisical attitude for freedom as I am seeing today. Freedom should be at the top of our priority. And for a lot of people in the U.S., it's like, nope. What's more important to censor my political opposition and get them off the platform, according to a lot of these people. But anyway, over in Poland, they're actually regulating, and what they're doing is they're basically saying if there's some kind of shadow ban going on by these big tech organizations, then they have to notify the people about it. Here's another article on it, and this is Breitbart.com exclusive. Poland's Freedom Act will empower people to overturn big tech shadow bans. Poland's new Freedom Act against big tech censorship will see members of the public automatically notified of shadow bans and empowered to overturn restrictions in their speech online is lawful. See, this is the kind of stuff that we should be pushing and promoting in the United States of America, but unfortunately, that's not happening. Instead, we're headed 90 miles an hour into the old Soviet Union. We are, if you still think that we are a free country, you are beyond yourself. We are not. That left 5 years ago, unfortunately, and it's really exploded these past couple of months with Biden's administration and the stroke of his pen, all the legislation he's been signing. And I'm going to do a big video about it tomorrow here on YouTube on a lot of those executive orders. But this is truly what we are facing today. Anyhow, I know I did a shorter report today, but I wanted to get down to the nitty-gritty and ask you to share this warning with everybody you know. And with that, please don't forget to check out my partner at noblegoldinvestments.com right now. They've got the amazing special. They are giving away the Apollo 11 silver coin to anyone who has an approved IRA. And look, today is the day to start converting that over because you never know what tomorrow holds. And in this economy, anything goes. Joe Biden raising minimum wage and all of this stuff. It's really going to set our country on a worse tangent considering all the stuff with the pandemic. But here's the coin so you guys can see it for yourself. So check it out or give them a call today by going to noblegoldinvestments.com and let them know you heard it on Lisa Haven. Anyhow, thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.